Finally made it. So we're here. We've got the last set of the group stages between Dominicano and Ghostwriter. And we get to see Road Rage as the first map here. This is Ghostwriter's home map. Dominicano's gone with the Catans. Very strong Civ. And Ghostwriter has gone with the Dravidians. Now, this map, not one that I have seen before this tournament. You get some very aggressive builds on this map. Because you get the deep fish underneath your TC. And you get berries. And you get deer. And you get boars. And you get cows. Like, you've got all the food you need. Of course, you can go to the middle. You can dock. Sometimes the outside ponds have only got 3 deep fish. Sometimes I have 4. There you go. That one's got 4. Middle one's got 4. And I like the Dravidians here from a Civ map perspective. You know, you can go to the wood line. You can you go to the wood line a bit earlier because that's good. You get the fishing ships out earlier. Like, the dock counts as a house. The fishing ships have extra carry. It's good. It's really good. The Catans are also the Catans. The other map in this play or two is Arabia. And I would have thought the Catans would be played there. Clearly they weren't banned. Perhaps Ghostwriter can just play the Catans on Arabia next. So that's interesting. So that's what we've got at the moment. Should be nearly time to go forward for a dock. The general way you want to go about this is 5 under your TC. And then 5 to wood. And then you can find your way into the middle. 5 under TC when you've got deer, when you've got deep fish, when you've got boars. That's when you can go 5 instead of 6. Or if you've got Britons on sheep, of course. And maybe Romans as well. Romans can probably get away with 5. I haven't tested it enough, but I feel like Romans can do 5 on sheep. And won't get housed before... Actually, there's more civs. The more I think about it, there's more civs that can do this. Because there's civs like the Persians, the Lithuanians that start with extra food. You can do... Kados, you're talking about Chinese here. Like, Chinese are a great starting civ on this map. I imagine they got banned. We've already seen the Chinese mirror played on this map before in this tournament. So they would get banned. The Wu have got this very interesting timing. Because they get food from the dock going up, you can actually get away with 5 on sheep and nail it. Like, it's pretty much as the dock goes down is when you run out of food and you need the dock to go down. Like, you have to be perfect on the timing, but you can do 5 on sheep. I may have been testing the Wu for my own Coast Arena sets in the divisions. But for now, it's Catan's Dravidians. Dravidians are great. You can dock, and you're seeing that now. Fishing ship advantage for them. They get the house space from it. And this could be a dead vill, actually. This should be a dead vill. This is quite nice. This is a good find for Ghostwriter. He's gonna back out. He's gonna go for the fishing ship. No, he should chase the vill. Vill's unloomed. And whilst the vill is unloomed, he should chase it. Goes for the quick walls. Does enough. So yeah, maybe an idea if you end up playing this map in finals, maybe send 2 vills. We have seen a very nice Lithuanian opening into 2 vills forward into the Spear Skirm forward, which worked out very well from Willix against Ghostwriter. So Lithuanians, and that was of course not Willix's home map either. So that's one that worked out. Dravidians are up 19 vills, 5 seconds idle time. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. From Ghostwriter there. No idle time to speak of. He's going to be up at a very, very strong time. Nope, no idea. Hidden Cup 2 or 3. I started getting into AoE. If anything, it was Hidden Cup 5 was the first tournament I properly watched. And properly got into and was like, wow, this game is actually really, really awesome. So it was actually Hidden Cup for me, because I had no idea who the players were anyway. So So it was all just completely hidden. Everyone's been like, oh, this is this player, this is this player. Like, I don't even know who these players are. So it was really awesome. It was good. I'm not aware of what the map cup is, sadly. Gatans are up on 21 vils, which if I didn't know better, I'd consider was an attempted fast castle, but Dominicano's going to be up quick enough to be able to drop a... Oh no, he doesn't have a black... He doesn't have a barracks yet. I was going to say he's going to be up quick enough to go stable and blacksmith, but he doesn't even have a barracks. Unless it's somewhere I don't see it. Early walls for ghostwriter, I don't mind that. See militia, it's a hurt early fishing eco. Yes, yes, you definitely can. In Dark Age, yes. In Feudal Age, you start worrying about demos. And I'm sorry to burst the bubble here, Kados, but in about 9 hours, militia won't work. Because you just put the fish, you just garrison the fishing ships in the dock, and they will defend from the militia and man-at-arms. But a Persian drush probably could have gone down very well, right? The insta drush straight into the middle. Fish garrison has you angry. Yeah, it's an unpopular one, that's for sure. It changes the meta. Let's put it this way. I still believe that in... Oh, Dominicano might be running the scout under here. I believe in a year or two we will forget about it. And... Not forget about it, but like, we'll be okay. We'll be okay with what it's got. The same way that Hunt, you know, TC shoots down Hunt now and it doesn't kill it. We all hated it when we were like, oh, you know, it takes away skill, and then now it's in, and we're just like, yeah, it's fine. It's not that bad. It punishes early aggression. Yeah, it just means that the aggression on hybrid maps is a lot harder to get in. It's a very interesting one, though, because from my understanding, compared to Thalassocracy, Hulks are going to have less damage output than what they did in that tournament. And also, further to that, less damage output against buildings and units. Yet, Hulks are going to be the best unit in the ship combat. So if you can actually win... If you win water with Hulks, they're actually going to die quite quickly to docks. That's the expectation anyway. But hopefully... That's where the fires still have a place, right? The fires will still have a place. The galleys will still have a place in combat as a result. But yes, it's an unpopular one. I'm not sure on it yet. I need to see what changes they've made on top of it to see how it works. I'll be streaming a lot of it, that's for sure. I'm excited because the maps are in. Like, the maps are there. I love those maps. Demo, I love the demo. No, doesn't quite work. So close for Dominicano. Can't quite work. Ghostwriter's coming forward with a bunch of archers, which is quite good. You could still make them keep the fish in the dock, yes. Crabskull, but the dock also fires arrows. Not a lot, but it still fires arrows, which is a bit annoying. So that means that you get some level of defense. And that makes... Yeah, I think 4 fire ships still 6. Range of 6. Again, it could have changed. But in Thalassocracy, it was a range of 6. Which meant that Feudal Age, you couldn't win water. In short, it meant Feudal Age, you couldn't win water. Because all you would do was... You'd idle fish, but you shouldn't kill fish because your opponents should just... Yeah, that's just what it was. But yeah, it's interesting. We need to see how it actually comes in, though. Right? We'll find that out tomorrow morning. This eco's a little bit all over the place. Pastures are starting to come down. Lots of gold on hand, which is not what you want. It's being forced into skirms. This is a very nice start here from Ghostwriter, who's pressuring hard. And his eco back at home is smooth. He's got 900 more res collected. The Catan pastures are just about to start to get rolling now, though. And we know how quickly the Catans can catch up, but ghostwriter's already clicking up to Castle Age. How good is this? How good is this? This man loves... I know he loves his hybrid maps. He played me on the ladder a couple of weeks ago on the Passage, and... well, I lost. So... that means he's good. That's the marker, you know? On that mid-elo... water player. I'm camping mid-elo with water maps, and he's beaten me. So, stamp of approval from me. And he's on the way up. He's going to have a sub 20-minute Castle Age. Sub 20-minute Castle Age. He's got his 3 fishing ships working away. He's doing very nice. It's a huge army. What have we got in here? 11 archers, 7 skirms, and 3 spears. They're all going to be able to be upgraded as well. Yeah, it's not completely worthless. It's interesting. I find this discourse really interesting because the first thing that I thought of when I saw those changes and when it was played in Thalassocracy was my comment was the games won't snowball as much because you can't take the water as quickly. And then the comments from a lot of others were, no, it snowballs more because there's no there's no demos. And I'm like, well, there's still demos in Feudal Age. Demos still work in Feudal Age. And you can garrison your fish. And you can even just make more fish. And then there's, you know, you make fish to have your dock working. Anyway, crossbow. Oh, fletching was never in, so fletching's coming in now. That's a minor oversight. But I love the eco spot, the spot here for ghostwriter. He's up. He can maybe even add a second TC. He's going to get fast ballistics. He's going to start prepping against what the Catans would naturally want to do. Is that the Catans that don't even have a stable yet? I believe that is a Catan 20 minutes into the game, no stable. Upgrades, Bodkin Arrow as well. Ghostwriter's doing very well. He's doing very, very well. He's not going to be able to push this. He won't be able to push this unless he goes forward with Siege. And there is a Vil on the way now for that. But that's interesting. The thing that I will also say on it is the changes will also encourage open water fish traps. So I look at this, and instead of deleting your fish, you could just make 5 fish traps, knowing that if something comes along, the same way you have other eco, you can just garrison your fish, and you can hold there until your other army comes along to help out. So I think it will encourage, like, that open, being a little, like, you know, we're going to have islands and migration coming to the map pool from tomorrow night. I'm sure you're going to see me drop the odd fish trap in open water. Because it feels like it's something you can do now. Because you have that safety net, the same way villagers have a safety net of a town centre. So that part of it I am excited about. So let's see. The Vil that went forward for the Siege Workshop has had to go very wide. So going to change the angle of attack this way. And there's the double stable. I wonder what the option will be for Dominicano here. Ghostwriter's keeping that TC running. He's got his skirms. He's got his archers. Lots of crossbow. Elite skirm is in, though. Sand Muganels. I like it. I can get around it. That's good. That's a good one. Yes, the friends. The friend Trebs. The camel friends. In fact, there's now... You can use the in-betweeners line twice. You can use it with the camels, or you can use it with the... I don't know what the name of the archers are that one of the new civs are getting as well, for that train in pairs. There's skirms here that should take out these crossbow. Crossbow need to run. Second archer armor coming in. And yeah, here's the mangonel. This is important to the push. You can also see it's 2 TCs for Ghostwriter, who's keeping them running as well, which is important. I like that. Both players will have ballistics. These skirms are going to come forward, but they're not going to find any damage here. They're going to struggle to take down the palisade walls as well. Yes, the Blackwood Archers. That might be the one. I think it is the castle, whichever one is coming from the castle. Panic Tower for Dominicano, who is on stone out the back. I'm probably the only person, maybe alongside perhaps someone like Daniela, who has looked more at the water rework than the new civs. Because the new civs are not really naval civs. So I know more about what's coming with the water rework than I do about the civs. Yet all the content that is on like YouTube, all the early access content that we're seeing, is all about the civs. And like, tell me what everyone's university looks like. I want to see the universities. For like, who's getting these upgrades? Who's getting all the cool upgrades and who's missing out on them? And I don't get to see it. I also played Thalassocracy Cup Kiwi. I got to see them as well, but I don't know what changes have been made since then. I don't know what changes were made since. And yeah, that's all. Mangonels. True. I know. Oh, the clickbait is obviously, or not the clickbait, but the excitement is definitely more for the new civs, of course. And that's why they absolutely got to get it right with the content they're making. It's just, it's not the content I want. That's all. It's just personal grievances. This push is going to stall out because of the guard tower, but the longer this waits, I feel like the better it is for Ghostwriter, who does have the vills ticking over out of 2 town centers instead of 1. Now, it is Catans that have the 1 TC, and they have the pastures running, and they've got a nice base. 2 guard towers will protect this. And oh, this could be a problem. This could be a big problem. We need some attack grounds though. Looks like Ghostwriter hasn't seen it. Waiting for team game tourneys to be peak AoE. Whoa, Vitality are trying for you. By the sounds of it, Vitality are trying. Come on, demo. He's not watching. He's not watching. That's a big archer mass. I'm surprised he's chasing down these skirms though. Let's have a look. I guess with the mangonels, yes, but with anything else, no. And now we're seeing the light cav switch. So now the question will be how hard. Oh, and an attempted forward castle. This is going to be interesting. This is certainly game deciding here. The skirms, all of Ghostwriter's army is out of position. There's a light cav mass that's being prepped with iron casting coming in. All this will die. This is definitely strong enough to take out the army that's waiting here. But will it be enough before any castle drop comes along? Stonegate coming in behind as well. That's important and that's necessary. This is going to be vital. This is big. Vills are coming forward. They're not going to be spotted here, but how strong is this army? How strong is the army? Both armor upgrades are in for the Catans, and of course the +4, the very, very strong +4, and the Vills are still going to go for it. They're still going to try this. I don't think I like it. I don't think it's going to work, and I think Dominicano feels the same way. That it's not quite going to work out for him here. But the base is now open, and this is the problem with the Catans. Once they get in, they're so hard to kill. They can absolutely obliterate mangonels. This game can switch so quickly. We see it so often that as soon as the Catans get into the base, as soon as they break into the eco, they are so hard to kill off. They are so hard to kill off, and the damage output is so strong. Skirms, not a problem. It's the light cav and the steppies that's the problem. And defensive castle, aggressive castle, and imp. I mean, that is so good for Ghostwriter. Wow. He's going to have imp coming in at 35, 36 minutes. That is going to be so, so important. As long as his eco doesn't get completely raided here, he'll be okay. He'll get that castle. He'll be able to tread back. And that's going to be great for him. That's going to be a great position. This castle will survive for now, but Catan's. Look, Dominicano's not ready to click up. He's not ready to click up just yet. Ghostwriter will now spot the castle, so he can only do a little bit of damage before it goes up. So we lose a bit of ground. And his his archers may have to eject backwards. But the back of his base is safe. He's got the walls up here. He's going to have the walls up here. And the skirms have gone down, largely speaking. Oh, he's actually got to worry about the back of this. The back side here needs to get walled. He obviously knows that it's not. He knows that it's not. But he's going to have Imp in 50 seconds. And at that point, he's going to be able to start trebbing this back. Might need his own siege defensively as well. Oh, this is the problem. There's one skirm. Oh, this loop is going to work. I feel like this loop is going to work. I don't think Ghostwriter's thinking about it. But, like, he needs to get there quick. Oh, he's running. He's running from that one skirmisher. The light cover going to get in the back of the base. But the crossbow are coming back, though. Crossbow are just rocking up. They're just going to be like, you know what? Actually, you guys can rock up into this base. You're welcome here. Because I'm waiting for you. He is waiting. He is ready to go. And just going to be like, nah, stuff you. You can come in. It's not going to work. There is a castle here. There is a whole army here. They're getting chemistry, bracer, arb. And just need a few trebs now. So perhaps roll forward. Bracer getting in before the blacksmith goes down is nice as well. One skirm still rolling around being a nuisance. Dominicano's not up. He is booming. He's going to have a Vil lead soon if he keeps producing. There's Thumbring, and there will be Town Watch. You get to see the difference in vision very soon. There you go. Get to see a little bit more. We've got the Doctor in. Wanting to see a win for Ghostwriter. He looks like he's in a good position. And I mean, anytime you're in a good position against the Catans, it's good. 40 minutes into the game, he's had his feudal, castle, and Imperial Age timings over the Catans. Does lose this town centre, but the Trebs will be ready to go now. Just needs to be able to hold off this initial fight, take down the castle, and actually, hang on a moment. He's going to try and go for a counter-attack, and this could be this is a confident counter-attack. It's a counter-attack of someone who goes, you know what, we're okay here. Oh. If he keeps going, he could catch that castle in time. He could catch that in time. But he could also be in trouble back here. Oh, that's a big hit from the rocket carts. Oh, and another big hit from the rocket carts. There's going to be a gap back here soon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Problems back here. Where did the archers go? The arbs are coming back. The arbs go, no, we cannot go forward. The arbs are going to come back. It's still okay for him back here, but the game is now a little bit on a knife edge. The Catan's in a position to perhaps push back in a minute. Castle goes down. The arbs decide against the counterattack. They're just going to sit back and wait. Still trying to get these walls up. I don't want to see the rocket carts come in. Pushing really hard to drop some stone gates here. Lots of micro coming in. There's a ram in there as well. And oh boy, this could be a disaster. Oh, this will be a disaster for Dominicano, who lose so many units if he engages this. So he backs away. But Ghostwriter just feels like he's one step ahead. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Don't get demoed. You don't want to get demoed. such a good position. You don't want to get demoed. Just walk away from the water. Everything will be okay. Stay away from the water. Are the walls up? The walls are sort of up. Oh, don't let them in. Oh, no. He's going to... Oh, don't let them in. Oh, thank God. Oh, no. Don't let them in again. Okay, it's fine. They've walked out. They're going to be spotted. But it's fine. Dominicano's now got a fill lead. And the Catan's about to Catan their way into a very, very strong victory here. This would be a comeback. The Vils to the outside have been spotted. Ghostwriter's coming forward wanting to attack. There's Trebs rolling forward as well. How good is this push? How good is this defense? It's still light cav. And I want to say it's only light cav as well. And that is a lot of arbs. 52 of them, in fact. There's a lot of arbalesters, and I'm not quite sure, and you can see the tech switch getting ready for pikemen back at home as well. Getting ready to not allow what would be a devastating forward attack. Oh, it's open! It's open! It's open! And the light cav are going to get in. Where's the pikes? The pikemen need to rock up. And the pikemen need to start doing some work on these light cav. It's still okay for Ghostwriter. This game is still very, very tense. It's pushing forward with all these arbs and the trebs. How many losses are there going to be? Oh, the Vil count is dropping so hard. The Catans are about to have the res collected advantage. Something he hasn't had pretty much the entire game. And the light cav, they're just so hard to kill off. They're just so hard to kill off. It's Haub now. How good's the push? It feels like both players are slowly dying. Which player has got more in the tank here? Which player's push can do better? This is still open. We're seeing a camel treb. The mounted treb is being created. Where is it? Where is it? It is rolling forward. It's rolling forward. It's going to roll into the base. And Ghostwriter taps out. And Dominicano gets the victory before the camel treb is required. The buddies were not needed. And wow, that certainly felt like a bit of a turnaround. The Catans, they find a way. Ghostwriter was doing so well for so long in that game. And just let Dominicano in the base one too many times. And the Vil Katie, 76 Vils were killed. 76 Vils went down. And the job is done. Dominicano gets the victory. If we have a look at, I guess, the economy to a degree is what I wanted to show. Look at the eco population. The point where he hits imp. More eco. Just much better position for, I want to say, 40 minutes of that game. But it was only the last 5 that mattered in the end. And yeah, Dominicano, very, very well done. Stuck around, kept persisting, kept knocking on the doors, and broke through and got the win. Game 2 now. It's Arabia time. And that means we get to see Dominicano's home map. We get to see Ghostwriter playing as the Japanese. Dominicano as the Koreans. So, 2 very much co-located civs. East Asia. Northeast Asia. We get to see how they play it out. Lots of towers, of course. 2 very strong tower civs. Japanese get Yasama. The Koreans get Yupseong, which is great. And of course, the Koreans also get faster working stone miners, which helps as well. So we'll see how the 2 players choose to play this one. It looks like it's a 3 deer start on this version of Arabia. Both players will be wanting to bring those in. Japanese definitely favour a man-at-arms start. Be keen to see how that one plays out. So, coming up in the coming week, we're going to have the finals for Division C. Everyone who plays qualifies for the finals, but it is bracketed. So the top 2 in each group go into the Imperial bracket, middle 2 into Castle bracket, and then the bottom 2 go into the Feudal bracket. Now, timings can be a little bit difficult, of course. I'm in Australia, and pretty much all these players except Char Char are either in Europe or in the Americas. So I have told them, and I've said, if they were to start pretty much any time between, or any time not between midnight and 6 a.m., or even 5 a.m., I will try to see if I can cast the Imperial bracket live. At the moment, neither Imperial bracket best of 5 has been scheduled. But it is my goal to try and do the Imperial bracket live. But of course, it depends on when they are ready to do it. So that could be, you might see me live at a random Thursday 5 a.m. or something. And that would be why. It would be purely for that set, nothing else. So yeah, there's 2 Imperial bracket semi-finals. After this set, we'll go look at the ladder and you'll get to see who's playing who after this game. And we'll see what that all brings. So I want to do it live because I think the players deserve it. As much as I've enjoyed making sure I cast every game and every set, it's certainly better when it's live. It's certainly gonna get more traction when it's live, and I think the players deserve it as well. So we'll see how we go. We're seeing the militia come out, and the militia are being queued prior to clicking up. So this might be a bit of a Drush FC situation here with Ghostwriter, because these militia are out very early, and he's going to go to gold with 2, which also makes me think it's a bit more of an FC instead of just a Drush into clicking up, because I would have thought... I'm confused. No, maybe not. I don't know. They're both going to walk back. This guy's walking back with 7. This one with 10. No, okay. It's just to be able to Q loom. Never mind. It was just to send 2 to be able to Q loom before clicking up. One of them's going to go back, though. I'm confused. Anyway, let's have a look at the Drush. Let's see what he's got planned. And yeah, straight away, Vils have to move. Tapping away to house is not the worst, actually. If you take down the house, it's not too bad, but quick walls will be in. So there'll be no value on the villagers. Correct. There won't be any value on the vills. But 3 militia Drush is certainly strong. You often only see 2. Back at home, it's all smooth for Ghostwriter, but he won't be clicking up just yet. There is Loom. We'll see what happens. See how he goes with the click up. He still had the... he lost the scout. I didn't go back. I need to go back and find where the scout was. But I feel like at this point, you just try to batter down a house, right? Maybe even 2 houses. He's definitely got some... Oh, don't walk under the TC. It does feel a little bit of a waste because they do get that bonus. So I think Crabsicle's referring to the fact here that infantry attacks faster starting in the feudal age, which means you really want to get to the feudal age to be able to hit really, really hard with them. I think the Japanese can probably do maybe one of the fastest man-at-arms rushes, especially with 3 deer starts. I mean, Mongols, probably. But you're not really, yeah. It's interesting. They're just generic militia. I mean, a lot of civs find a way with generic militia to get a good drush in. I'm just not sure this one's worked. The 4th militia has come in as well. Not a big fan. It's going to take the scout at least, but yeah, the archers are going to be out here for Dominicano. I mean, he's on the way. He's up, so it's going to be man-at-arms at least. At least there'll be 4 man-at-arms. I'm just not sure where the value is on them now. Feels like they're just going to get pushed back. They can still hit hard. I guess generally you want your drush to be influenced by the timings, right? Wu, Persians, Lithuanians, really strong timings because you can hit earlier. Or, I guess, Goths are cheaper is the other one, right? Because your bonus is that they're cheaper. Does anyone else get a Dark Age bonus on the militia themselves? No one else does, right? I think Armenians is okay because, again, it's one of those where if you do keep them alive, you're probably going to play... Nah, you probably wouldn't do it with Armenians. You wouldn't drush because, again, the man-at-arms feels stronger because, again, if you get some value or you don't get value, you can always just run and hide and then get longsword later. So, interesting position, though. Archers are out. Skirms are coming out for the Japanese. Slightly housed is ghostwriter. It's amazing how... And I'm exactly the same. He's got pretty much more idle TC time on this land map than he had on the hybrid map for half an hour. Oh yeah, of course, you can Dark Age Spear Rush with the Armenians. That's why you can do it. So you don't drush with them because, Kados? What's the purpose? What's the reason behind not drushing with the Armenians? Is it just because you can play into the longswords? And you want to hold it back? Or is it there's something specific about their start? The eco upgrades feel too important. Oh, because you make Dark Age Spears. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. These archers are going to make their way in. The walls don't quite get up. It would have been a pretty big wall anyway. Maybe it would have been better to go that way, but either way. Ghostwriter's chasing his tail a little bit. These 3 archers are going to get a bit of value. They've got their free armor with the Koreans, and they got fletching as well. There's nothing here for the Japanese as far as blacksmith upgrades go. And, oh, look at the micro nerd working it out. Check it out. This position for Dominicano looks really, really good. What have you come in here with, crabs? Stop drushing, never drush. Oh, that's funny. You'll be attacking the berries while you're aging up. Keep your chickens. Starting scout. No walls got pre-built. Rush for everything. Nice. Love it. Love it. That's good fun. I saw it and I was thinking, who's come in with the spam? But it's all good. What spam bot? What are they asking for this time? But no, never mind. It's just a little drush comment. Drush paragraph. How good is it? Mega walls. Oh my god, Dominicano, how much space do you need? There's nothing back here. There's nothing to save. He doesn't know that. There's a pond. I mean, there's a fishbone pond. I guess. Why did I say there's nothing to save? There's a fishbone pond that he can save. He doesn't know about it, but he can firmly hold on to it. But holy walls. You can only build them at right angles by the looks of it. It's got to be like that. It's like that. But he could have just done this. Well, that would have been okay as well. But anyway, we're building to the edge of the map. He's going to wall off a quarter of what he's got. There's more deer there that he could have pushed in as well. And what's going forward here? Skirms. No blacksmith upgrades yet. But the skirms are rolling forward. And Koreans are going to start thinking about... Oh. It's going to be a strong castle age time. He can buy 100 food as well. Take off a Vil and we're good. Bought 100 food. Took off a Vil. There we go. Check it out. And I have a feeling we might see some towers. Something tells me we're going to see towers. Korean's one of the civs that you can really just go for the early tower. Like the early tower on your wood line. Or on your gold or something. Kind of works, because it auto upgrades, right? It's one of those that you get it, you move to stone. It's a natural thing to go to stone with the Koreans. You can start working your way forward. It's quite nice. Stone gate. He's getting ready to go out the base. Ghostwriter will be up only 40 seconds behind. He's adding his armor for infantry. That's the first thing he's gone for. Infantry armor. Maybe thinking that the Koreans are going to play Fire Lancer. Stone wall's there as well. That's awesome. And is that a stone wall piece? I hope that's a stone wall piece there. That is a stone wall piece. So it's either going to be house or stone walled all that way. Which makes sense. It's a long way to walk. You can't really cover it that quickly. And both players are just hanging out. They're both just hanging out. Here we go. Wait and wait and wait. And what's it going to be? It's going to be Elite Skirman Bodkin for the Koreans. Stonewalls, Dominicano playing so defensively. He's going to walk forward there. We've got a raid. Iron Chef coming in with a raid. Hello, hello. You're going to enjoy this one. We have got some AoE Leagues in action. It's the final set in Division C. In the group stage. We're nearly there. Nearly got through all the casts of every single one across both groups. Nearly there. We're in game 2 now. Ghostwriter, Dominicano. Both players have hit the castle age. It's Koreans, Japanese. So a nice little battle between two Asian civs. And both players have just got some skirms and archers. Just outside the opponent's base. Just hanging on. Dominicano's gone for mega walls as well. Random stone wall piece too. Love it. And long swords now for the Japanese. And that will go well against the skirms, but the skirms will also be fully upgraded. So they'll still do some good damage, which is nice. And after this, we're going to be going around the ranked ladder. We got one more day, or not even a day, for a lot of you watching that are from either the Americas or Europe. This is the day of the new DLC, so we might be trying to find some Incas matchups so that people can say goodbye to the Incas in their current state. Good night, Iron Chef. Enjoy your rest. We also like to follow Australians and New Zealanders on this channel, so if you're from that part of the world, which is very much my part of the world, that's what we want to do, and we're going to see... By the way, Ghostwriter coming in with 14 longswords. And he's going to say, stuff your stone walls. I'm coming in and just going to absolutely hit super, super hard. Maybe not on the palisades, though. Maybe let's pick a different target. There we go. Alright, the archery range. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. Miss Leopard, hello, hello. And speaking of, Miscellaneous Leopard was one of the people we casted last night. He was playing on Steppy. So we got to see one of those games, which was good. And Ghostwriter just taps out. He just says, nope, this is not going to work for me. I am a bit surprised. Probably realized over time the Koreans are going to be too strong, but that feels like a very early tap out. Not sure about that one. Bit tilted. Can't break through. Yeah. Can't break through. Doesn't have the army to break through, and the mega walls get the job done for Dominicano. There we go. So he takes a 2-0. And yeah, job done. Gets to end his tournament on a high. What I'll do is I'll bring up the results of the two groups so we can all have a look at them. Get ready for a bit of a light mode switch here. with the Excel popping up. So, we have got Division C. It's all in place. All finished. Everything is done. Everything has been casted now. I've got one... I've got an ad break that's coming in, sadly. That's annoying. Ludo Laquinta, they are the top in Group 1. Willix and J-Skills, top in Group 2. So that will be our Imperial bracket, and that's what we're going to try and cast live. We don't know exactly when they will play just yet, but that would be great to cast live. These two are European, and so is Willix, and J-Skills, I believe, is American. So I think Ludo's... I don't want to say French, because I think it's Belgian. And Willix is German. You know what? I can just go here. I can find player info, and then that would half tell me, give it away. So, Laquinta's +2, which is, that is Estonia. That might be one of the top Estonian players in the world. Ludo is French. Willix, German. And then J-Skills, I'm pretty confident, is American. The United States. So we should get some times that are handy for Europeans regarding the sets. And I hope to cast those ones live. The Castle and Feudal sets that come up, I shall cast as Rex. Unless, of course, the timings are perfect. But so far, the timings have not been that perfect for me to cast anything live. But yeah, I'm going to try my best with these ones. Even if it means... a midnight set or a 5 a.m. wake up. So we'll see how we go. But yes, that is the results of Division C. I've casted the whole thing now, except for these two from Spaz the Adventurer, because he quit before... He played the 2 sets, then quit, and I never got around to start casting them. And I think the only other one that might not find its way to YouTube was Ludo and Ciro, because the Twitch VODs stopped working in the 3 hours when that was cast. So that's very annoying, because that's the only one that's kind of missing from this. But hey, it's all done, and we look forward to the finals now. And that was the end of... That were the standings in Division C. And we look forward to some best of 5s coming up as well.